The city of Atlanta has made a promise to stop allowing the state's largest wastewater treatment plant to continue polluting the Chattahoochee River. Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer is live from the R.M. Clayton treatment plant. And Bridget, this started from a lawsuit nearly 2 years ago.
That's right. That lawsuit was in late September of 2024, I should say. Now, that lawsuit says that this is all stemming from this facility, the R.M. Clayton water treatment facility. Now, the Chattahoochee River advocates, they are saying this plant was polluting the river, and the city agreed, and they said that they're fixing it now. The Chattahoochee River plays a big role in daily life in Atlanta and in Georgia. It provides drinking water to millions, and many people just come out to enjoy it.
Here on the river, millions of people go every year to recreate, to boat, to fish, to kayak on the river system.
But in 2024, environmental watchdog Chattahoochee Riverkeeper filed a lawsuit against the city of Atlanta, saying the R.M. Clayton wastewater treatment plant was polluting the river, violating the Clean Water Act.
The plant had basically fallen offline, was not treating the sewage before putting it into the river. It created very unsafe conditions for the ecology of the river and for anybody who would come in contact because of the E. coli contamination.
In a settlement agreement, the city says they will fix the problem to keep people and the ecosystem safe. They've already identified improvements they'll need to make, which includes repairs and tech upgrades that will be made over the next 5 years.
Mayor Dickens and the new commissioner, Commissioner Irely, have been working very proactively with us over the past 18 months, and we are very happy with the solution that we've reached.
In a release statement, Commissioner Greg Irely says, quote, the improvements at the R.M. Clayton Water Reclamation Center are not just about meeting regulatory standards, they're about safeguarding a vital natural resource for future generations. And the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper also noted that the city of Atlanta's water infrastructure is aging pretty badly, but he believes the city will be doing what it can to address that as well. And we did reach out to the city, and they say they're already making some necessary repairs here at R.M. Clayton. We're live in Northwest Atlanta. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.